Hello everyone, today we'll be presenting about framing theory and our group members are myself, Gabriel and Sher.
History, origins and background of framing theory. So, the theoretical body of framing started developed from the 1970s by Erving Goffman with the hands of cognitive psychology. To illustrate, this renewed sociological perspective was used in communication studies. Furthermore, the original meaning of frame expanded from the individuals to the collective, from the psychological to the sociological realm. Because of Goffman, frames are instruments of society that allows people to maintain a shared interpretation of reality. Consequently, Erving Goffman, who is born on 11 June 1922 and is a Canadian-born sociologist, social psychologist and writer. Also, he is best known on contributing to social theories in his studies of symbolic interaction that has greatly contributed to the sociological concept of framing. His book, The Frame Theory, that is published in the year of 1974.
I'll be speaking about the evolution and development part. The frame code and code surrounding the issue can change the reader's perception without having to alter the actual facts, as the same information is used as it is. To further explain, so basically it's done through the media's choice of certain words and images to cover a story. Right on to the evolution and development part, I would like to start with frame building. So basically, it's from source of journalists, and how this works is basically how frames create societal discourse about an issue and how different frames are actually adopted by journalists. Furthermore, formed through internal factors and is basically occupational constraints, which generally are editorial policies and news values, and also through external factors like interactions between journalists and leads. I would like to speak a bit about frame setting. So this is mostly about from journalist to audience, how media framing influences an audience. And people are also exposed to novel news frames. Basically, news frames invite people to apply their existing schema to a specific issue. The implication of that application depends in part on what is in that schema.
Leading to the next topic, the concept of framing theory was first posited by Gregory Beltran in 1972, and it relates to the agenda setting tradition but expands the research by focusing on the essence of the issues at hand rather than on a particular topic. Because of that, it focuses attention on certain events and then places them within a file of meaning. For example, frames draw attention to some aspects of reality at the expense of others, so in order to define them, one must take into account what is described and what is left out. In addition, it also influences the choices people make about how to process that information. For instance, frames are abstraction that work to organize or structure message meaning. Consequently, there are two arguments in the framing theory. Firstly, it does not rely primarily on accessibilities. To be specific, it makes an inappropriate way to combine framing with agenda setting and priming for the sake of parsimony. Secondly, without the frame, the facts of an argument become lost on an audience, making the argument less effective. For example, politician uses framing to present the facts surrounding an issue in a way that creates the appearance of a problem that requires a solution.
We're speaking about the criticisms part, so basically it builds mistrust against the media, so that's number one. And to explain further, framing creates a gap between the truth and the public awareness by creating a point of view that actually distorts the truth. Furthermore, it limits debate by placing vocabularies and metaphors that can be used in news that is used by all public. And with all the vocabularies and metaphors used does not truly mean that the true message in its authentic form is actually being conveyed to the reader or viewer. In news such as these, what truly matters is the authenticity of the content being conveyed. Thank you everyone for being attentive. That will be all.